Administrator Steiner, thank you so much for joining us.
My pleasure.
We just saw the historic Summit of the Future. How is UNDP engaging with young people, and how do you see them shaping the global development agenda?
I think some people might say, is the Summit of the Future document, the pact, so to speak, ambitious enough? I don't think at this moment ambition is necessarily the best yardstick. It's to actually more pragmatically look at, can we still agree on the essential things that we cannot solve on our own, and that through multilateralism, through the United Nations, countries can actually agree to cooperate on. Part of the outcome of the summit is a digital global compact. The first time that the world has really turned to the United Nations, said we need this platform in order to be able to advance on both the opportunities and possibilities, but also to manage the risks. And I think this is very significant.
The Secretary General called for more effective and inclusive multilateralism, bringing it back from the brink. What happened to multilateralism, and what did he mean by that statement?
We have seen in recent years an extraordinary amount of conflict reemerge, polarization in international relations, geopolitical tensions, COVID, financial crisis, and we are working in 170 countries at this moment, trying to help countries to cope with these extraordinary challenges, whether they are sometimes climate change-driven extreme weather events, whether it is the high level of debt through the interest rates and the inflation, so to speak, that has driven the cost of capital, leading in some countries literally to a default situation. All this is taking us backwards in development terms, and our role as UNDP, but also the larger United Nations, is to help countries to quickly course correct, find ways in which together we can invest in a way forward, and also to leverage new opportunities.
How is UNDP trying to ramp up the last 5 years to meet and reach those 2030 goals?
First of all, every country has its unique circumstances, challenges, and opportunities. I give you one example. 1995, only 15, 16 million people had access to the internet. That's only about 29 years ago. Fast forward to today and perhaps to next year, 6 billion people will have access to internet and broadband. And that is more people than were alive in 1995 on planet Earth. So we have seen a phenomenal example of how technology can be disseminated, how it can become a tool to drive development in so many different spheres. Life expectancy has improved. We've seen through COVID also a remarkable set of rapid policy responses, social safety nets, temporary basic incomes, trying to create a health system that could withstand this onslaught that so many countries had to live through. We have learned a lot of lessons.
I know financing has been the main issue the last couple of years. So going just ahead to COP29, just around the corner, can you tell us a little bit about the Climate Promise 25?
We are still far behind where science tells us we need to be. And, the remarkable thing is the world, in terms of daily reality, is already showing us the extraordinary price we will pay for not acting. We need to act faster. And this is why it is so important that countries arrive at COP30 with the confidence that they can implement, and with also a level of ambition where they say, and with additional financing from our partners, we can achieve even more. And that remains the challenge over the next, 14 months.
Given China's growing influence as a development partner, how does UNDP collaborate with China to advance sustainable development goals?
Well, UNDP and China will this coming year celebrate their 45th anniversary of a partnership that I think has been remarkable in so many ways. When China first opened up, it invited UNDP as one of the first international partners to join in its rethinking of development pathways, choices, trajectories, strategies. I think over 4 decades later, this partnership has delivered many remarkable outcomes, successes, and increasingly also a joint way of learning and creating. We draw very often today on China's approaches to addressing issues of poverty eradication, green transitions, in ways that inform also our work in many other parts of the world. Because at the end of the day, UNDP, with its programs in 170 countries, is a connector. It's a connector of best practice, of technologies, and also of policies that work.
Administrator Achim Steiner, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.